back to another video in SugarPinkDIY, and in today's video I want to share with you guys how is it like living in Wisconsin during the wintertime, or how is the wintertime here in Wisconsin. And there's times where the temperature reaches at least 0 degrees Fahrenheit or even lower, so sometimes we're in -1, -2, -3 depending on what month we're in. So for example, in January and February are the months where we get more snow, or more than normal. So winter time is supposed to start on December 21st and end on March 21st, which is when spring starts. But here in Wisconsin, we have around 6 months of cold temperature outside and about 3-4 months of sunny or warm days. So when it snows outside, it is your responsibility to clean your driveway or your sidewalk. Because what if someone, like, let's say they like to run outside or they like to exercise outside, what if someone slips on your sidewalk? Then it is your fault and you're the one to blame for not cleaning the sidewalk or your driveway. So it's just a good way to prevent any accidents. And to remove the snow, there are many tools or machines that you can use. For example, right here my brother is shoveling the snow. The only thing about the shovel is that it's more work because it requires actual physical work, but it serves as a workout. But there's also these type of machines that require less work because all you need to do is push it around and it'll remove the snow by itself. However, the only thing about this is that this machine needs gas in order to turn on or function. And here's a small clip of how this machine sounds. Also right here, I'm removing the snow that got stuck or frozen to the ground, because sometimes the machine or the shovel won't fully remove the snow, so we have to use this tool, and this is how it sounds. And this is some salt or blue crystals which are made specially to melt the snow. So after shoveling or removing the snow, we throw this on the ground in order to melt the remaining snow or prevent the snow from freezing. And talking about the sidewalk, the crosswalk, or the driveway, the city is also responsible for cleaning the streets and the freeways, and they have their own trucks or their own shovels to clean them or to add the salt and everything else. And we'll go on with how they look and what they do. In the city where I live, these are the trucks or the shovels that remove the snow from the streets. So these have a huge shovel on the front and on the back, or on the truck bed. This is where they put all the salt. So after they shovel the snow, they throw the salt. And this is how the freeway looks when it's snowing. Normally people drive at 60 miles per hour, but when it's snowing, they decrease their speed to maybe 40 or 30 miles per hour, depending on how slippery the road is, or basically, because when it snows, the ground, it's fully covered with water or melted snow, so it's easier for the cars to slide or lose control. And the same trucks that clean the streets also enter the freeway in order to clean the road for people to be able to safely drive around and hopefully prevent any major accidents. However, even when they clean the road, there are plenty of accidents, and the accidents also cause traffic because people, they are wondering what happened, they want to see how it happened and how the accident occurred. For example, right here we can see the sheriffs blocking the way so no one gets near the accident or the truck. And then here's just another common accident on the freeway. And talking about the cars or vehicles, we're also responsible for cleaning our own vehicles. So we use a brush to clean up the snow. And most importantly, I think the windows should always be clean, because you need to be able to see everyone else when you're driving to prevent any accidents. But we also need to clean off the rooftop or the roof of our car, because let's say when you're driving and the wind can blow that snow away and then fall on another car or the car behind you. So it's just a way to prevent any accidents or hard situations when driving. And then here is my brother cleaning his car. We normally use these type of brushes to remove the snow. I think it's more important to remove the snow from the windows, but removing the snow from the sides also helps because it won't fly off with the wind. As well as I mentioned before, it's important to remove the snow from the roof to prevent it from falling on the vehicle behind you. Also, when you know that it will snow, it's important to lift up the wipers to prevent them from freezing or getting stuck on the windshield. And after cleaning the windshield, then you can bring them down again. And also during the winter time, I like to make some snacks. So I'll go ahead and tell you the ingredients so you can buy them or find them, and then you can make this same snack at home. It's really easy and it's really tasty. And to make this snack, you'll need an apple. And I like using gala apples because the peel is not as thick as other apples. Plus, this kind of apple is super juicy. But you can use whichever apple you prefer, for example, the red, yellow, or green. Then cut your apple in small rectangles or slices just like this, but don't cut it in cubes or super chopped because it'll be hard to dip them in your dip. I like placing my apple in a small bowl, sort of like forming a flower, and then adding the dip right on the center, but you can also place all the apples on a plate and then the dip or the topping on the side. As for the dip, you'll need some almond butter. I only like to add 1 scoop, but you can add as much butter as you like. Then sprinkle some cinnamon and then top it up with some chopped pecans. In case you don't like to use almond butter, you can also sub it for or with peanut butter. So almond butter has actually less saturated fat and more protein, as where the peanut butter has more saturated fat and less protein. But either one is super tasty. And although the snow can be dangerous for people when walking, they can slip on the ice or fall on the snow, and it can also be dangerous and can cause accidents on the road. It's also fun to have the snow because you're able to go outside and play with your siblings, with your cousins, with your friends. And especially this year in 2021, we've been getting a lot of snow. For example, this is a street and you can't really see the road because it's covered with the snow. Then on the side is my mailbox, which is also covered in snow. And the other houses around my neighborhood also have their mailboxes covered in snow. And as you can see, both the mailbox and the snow reach up to my chest. Then there's this tree, and half of the tree trunk is covered with snow as well. As for this small snow mountain, the snow that is all the way on the bottom is completely frozen. So it's impossible to shovel or remove it. So we'll just have to wait till it's warm enough outside in order for it to melt. Also, school playgrounds are also covered in snow, which means that students have the opportunity to play outside during recess. But students are required to bring in their own special snow pants or snowsuits, which look like these. And these pants or snowsuits are made from super thick material to prevent actual clothing from getting wet when in contact with the snow. And kids are also required to bring in their snow boots as well as some snow gloves. And as I was telling you guys, when you go outside to shovel or remove the snow, you end up playing without even realizing. So right here, my little brother started throwing snow at me, and all of a sudden he just jumped on top of me. Then my other brother, instead of helping me out, he decided to jump on top. And my brothers are the ones that almost always play snowball fights, and normally they aim at the face since it's where the snow hurts the most. My little brother also likes to jump on the snow, lay there, or pretend that he's in World War II. And sometimes he even grabs the shovel and then he pretends that the shovel is an actual gun. Also, our Christmas decorations get buried in the snow. For example, we have an inflatable tree, a snowman, and a Santa Claus. And if I lift this one up, you'll be able to see the ground, the grass, and the leaves from the fall. But the best part about the snow is that you can always go sledding. But in order to go sledding, the snow needs to be somewhat hard and somewhat soft. So if it's too soft, then you'll sink in, and if it's too hard, then it's almost like ice, and it can be dangerous. And right here, I just went sledding with my little brother. There's also times when you accidentally hit or crash into someone. For example, this little girl crashed into her brother, and then my little brother and we were gonna crash into these people walking. So we just had to throw ourselves to the side in order to stop.
Honey, is we gonna go here? Oh God! Oh God! Watch out! Watch out! Watch out! Watch out! Stop! 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 Stop!
Alrighty guys, and this was it for today's video. I hope you liked it and I hope you enjoyed watching or seeing what's it like living here in Wisconsin during the winter times. And also, if you have any other ideas or video suggestions, leave them down in the comment section below, and I'll try to find a way of recording it and making a video about that specific idea. So see you on the following video. Bye guys!